everyone! Welcome back to the Streamy channel. If your computer has been running slower than it used to, don't worry, you're not alone. Today, I'm sharing 10 proven tips that will help you speed up your PC or Mac, no matter how old it is. These tips are easy to follow and will significantly improve your computer's performance, whether you're gaming, working, or just browsing the web. Stick around until the end because we'll also cover some advanced tips for those looking to push their systems even further. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Clear unnecessary startup programs. Did you know that many of the programs on your computer automatically start running the moment you power it on? These programs can slow down your startup time and hog system resources. To fix this on Windows, open Task Manager by pressing Ctrl+Shift+Escape, then go to the Startup tab. Here, you can disable any non-essential programs from starting up automatically. On a Mac, go to System Preferences, Users and Groups, select your username, and then click on Login Items. Remove anything you don't need running at startup. Doing this can lead to a noticeable speed improvement right from the moment you turn on your computer. Remember, not all startup programs are bad. Some are necessary for your system to run smoothly, like antivirus software. Be cautious about which programs you disable. Tip number 2. Uninstall software you no longer use. Over time, your computer can accumulate a lot of programs that you might have downloaded for a one-time task or test, but never used again. These programs take up valuable space and can slow down your computer. On Windows, head to Control Panel, Programs, uninstall a program, and go through the list. If you see something you no longer use, uninstall it. On a Mac, simply drag the application from the Applications folder to the trash. Be sure to also check for leftover files in the library or app support folders. This frees up space and can give your system a significant boost. To help with this, you can use third-party tools like CCleaner on Windows or Clean My Mac on Mac, which make it easier to find and remove unused software and clean up residual files. Tip number 3. Clean up your disk space. One of the most common reasons for a slow computer is a lack of free disk space. Both Windows and Mac have built-in tools to help you clear out junk files that take up space. On Windows, use Disk Cleanup by searching for it in the Start menu. This tool will let you remove temporary files, system files, and other unnecessary items. For a more thorough clean, consider using a tool like Windows Storage Sense, which automatically frees up space by deleting unneeded files. On a Mac, go to About This Mac, Storage, Manage. Here, you'll find options to optimize your storage, clear out large files, and more. Regularly cleaning up your disk can prevent your computer from becoming sluggish. Make it a habit to clean your disk every few months, especially if you work with large files like videos or high-resolution images. You can also move old files to an external drive or cloud storage to keep your main drive clutter-free. Tip number 4. Upgrade your RAM. Sometimes, no matter how much you optimize your software, your computer might still struggle due to a lack of hardware resources. RAM, random access memory, is crucial for your computer's ability to handle multiple tasks simultaneously. If you frequently find your computer slowing down when you have multiple tabs or applications open, upgrading your RAM could make a world of difference. On most desktop computers, this is a relatively easy upgrade. You just need to make sure you purchase compatible RAM. On laptops, upgrading RAM can be trickier, and some models don't allow it, so check your device's specifications before buying. If you're unsure how much RAM you need, 8 GB is generally sufficient for basic tasks, but if you're into gaming, video editing, or other resource-intensive activities, consider upgrading to 16 GB or more. Tip number 5. Consider upgrading to an SSD, solid-state drive. If you're still using a traditional hard drive, HDD, you might be surprised by how much faster your computer can be with an SSD. SSDs have no moving parts, meaning they can access data much faster than HDDs. This translates to quicker boot times, faster file transfers, and generally snappier performance. If your computer feels sluggish even after optimizing the software, upgrading to an SSD might be the best investment you can make. Most modern laptops and desktops support SSDs, and the installation process can be straightforward. When choosing an SSD, Go for a model with at least 256 gigabytes of storage if you're on a budget, but if you can afford it, a 512 gigabytes or 1 terabyte SSD will give you plenty of space and speed. Tip number 6. Always keep your system and drivers updated. Outdated software can slow down your computer, cause compatibility issues, and even introduce security vulnerabilities. Regular updates ensure your system runs efficiently and remains protected against the latest threats. On Windows, you can check for updates by going to Settings, Update and Security, Windows Update. Make sure to also update your drivers, especially for your graphics card and network adapters, as these updates often include performance enhancements. On a Mac, go to System Preferences, Software Update to keep macOS and all your applications up to date. Automatic updates can be a lifesaver. Set your computer to download and install updates automatically so you don't have to worry about missing important patches. Tip number 7. Adjust visual effects for performance. Modern operating systems like Windows and macOS come with lots of eye-catching visual effects, things like animations, shadows, and transparency effects. While these can make your computer look nice, they can also take a toll on performance, especially if your computer is older. On Windows, you can adjust these settings by going to Control Panel, System, Advanced System Settings, and under Performance, select Adjust for Best Performance. On Mac, go to System Preferences, Accessibility, Display, and check the option to reduce motion and transparency. Turning off these effects can free up resources and make your system feel faster. If you prefer to keep some visual effects, try finding a balance by selectively disabling the ones you don't need, rather than turning everything off. Tip number 8. Run regular antivirus scans and clean up malware. Viruses, malware, and other malicious software can drastically slow down your computer by running processes in the background, using up your CPU and memory. Make sure you have reliable antivirus software installed and schedule regular scans. There are many free and paid antivirus solutions available, like Avast, Norton, or Windows Defender, which is built into Windows. On top of that, consider using anti-malware tools like Malwarebytes for additional protection. Keeping your system clean from threats will ensure it runs smoothly and efficiently. Be cautious about what you download and install, as many slowdowns are caused by unwanted programs that sneak onto your system when installing other software. Tip number 9. Restart your computer regularly. It might sound simple, but a good restart can do wonders for your computer's performance. Restarting clears out your system's memory, closes background processes, and can resolve minor issues that accumulate over time. Aim to restart your computer at least once a week, or more often if you notice it slowing down. This is especially important if you tend to leave your computer on for days or weeks at a time. If you find that your computer takes a long time to restart, that could be a sign of deeper issues, such as too many startup programs or a lack of system resources. Revisit tips number 1 and number 4 to address these problems. Tip number 10. Manage background processes. Even when you're not actively using certain applications, they could be running in the background, taking up valuable system resources. On Windows, you can monitor and manage these processes using Task Manager. Press Ctrl+Shift+Escape, go to the Processes tab, and look for anything that's using a lot of CPU or memory. On a Mac, you can use Activity Monitor, found in the Utilities folder within Applications. If you notice any unfamiliar processes using a lot of resources, it might be worth investigating them to see if they're necessary. Ending or uninstalling unnecessary background processes can lead to a noticeable performance boost. Some background processes are critical to your system's operation, so be careful not to end processes unless you're sure they're not needed. Research unfamiliar processes before making changes. And there you have it. 10 comprehensive tips to speed up your slow computer and keep it running smoothly. By following these steps, you should notice a significant improvement in your computer's performance. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech tips and tricks.